It's been a really exciting year so far. Obviously having a good team that's near the top of the standings makes life a little bit easier, and everyone's a little happier showing up at the rink every day when your team's winning. But it's been a really good experience so far, and it seems like it's a long year and you get to learn a lot. But it's gone well so far, and I'm looking forward to what the future holds. When it's your kind of face on the team, there's a lot more energy put into making sure you do things, the way you want them to be done, and how the team looks is really a reflection of you on and off the ice. So that's the biggest thing. I think it's just it ends up being a reflection of you and who you are, the team. So you're trying to make sure that everything's very detailed and everything's done the way you want it to be done, and it's a reflection of you. I think the one person is probably my dad. We've grown up together, and I've known him for the longest out of anyone, but we've talked hockey ever since I could basically talk, and we still communicate daily about hockey, whether it's our team or the NHL or all things hockey. It's kind of the way it's been in our house growing up. It's hockey, hockey, hockey all the time. So I think he's the one guy that has helped me kind of shape who I am as a person, but also who I was as a player, and now who I am as a hockey manager, hockey coach. And I've looked at coaches even when I was playing, and managers, and saying, what would I do in this situation? So when the time comes to actually do that stuff, you've got things in your head that you've kind of already gone through that can help you draw on past experience, even though you don't have actual experience. I think it's probably just how serious everyone is, and how detailed, and the hockey world seems like it's a lot smaller of a place now, and all the players know each other, and through social media, and playing on spring hockey teams or summer hockey teams, or going in Hockey Canada events. So there's not that actual rivalry or hatred like there used to be. It's more of a friendly atmosphere, and everyone seems to kind of get along and know each other for the most part. So that's probably the biggest difference I see. It's been good. We've gotten along right from day one, and we've coached together, and now we have a different relationship now than maybe we did a couple years ago, but it's good. He's a laid back, easygoing guy to work with, and we agree on most things, but there are stuff, you're never going to agree on everything, but we're able to talk about those things in an open manner, an open context, and I think that's really important when you're dealing with your staff, that everyone feels like they can have a say and input, and we talk about those things. So he's been great so far, and look forward to continue to work with him and see where it goes. Probably the most important, things like, how do you respond to adversity when things aren't going your way? It's easy when everything's going your way, to play well and things like that, but how do you respond when things aren't going your way? What's your work ethic like when no one's around watching you, and things like that, because ultimately there's so many good players, and everyone knows a player that was the best player when they were 12, 13 years old, and then by the time they're 17 or 18, everyone's passed them by for whatever reason, but it usually happens because there's something missing, not from their skill set, but from their work ethic or character standpoint. So I think that often gets overlooked, and I think that's how players can improve, is by having those traits, and you're not going to get better, and people are going to pass you if you're not doing all the right things. And on the flip side, you can pass a lot of people if you are doing a lot of the right things. So that is something we look for that maybe isn't right on the ice that you see every game or practice.